Ever try to, like, negotiate a higher starting salary? Or convince a friend to watch that documentary you loved?
Sure.
You're tapping into the power of persuasion, my friend.
Yeah.
And guess what?
What?
We're diving deep into that very thing today.
Awesome.
You sent over some intriguing pieces from Ositoun, that's The Art of Persuasion in Arabic.
Okay.
This breakdown of Kevin Hogan's The Psychology of Persuasion is packed with insights, and we're
Okay.
going to unpack them all.
Okay.
Starting with how quickly we size each other up.
Yeah, it's true. It's not some drawn-out process. We're talking judgments formed in mere seconds.
Wow.
This source really emphasizes those crucial first impressions.
It's like that feeling you get walking into a job interview or
Mhm.
going on a first date. You just know those first few moments are everything.
Exactly. And it triggers what psychologists call the halo effect,
Oh, okay.
where a positive initial impression makes us view someone more favorably, even if they stumble later on.
So if I nail that first impression, I've got a bit of a safety net.
Yeah.
I could get used to that.
Yeah.
But let's say I need someone to do me a favor,
Okay.
maybe cover my shift or something.
Yeah.
That's where things get tricky.
That's where the principle of reciprocity comes into play.
Okay.
Remember that free sample that convinced you to buy that whole product line?
Oh, don't remind me. My pantry is a monument to the power of free samples.
Precisely. Even small acts of giving can create a sense of obligation, making someone more likely to return the favor.
So I should be strategically offering those free coffees at work, huh?
Yeah.
Makes you think twice before accepting that free cookie, too. Speaking of making people think twice.
Let's talk about scarcity.
Okay.
This principle is all about tapping into our fear of missing out, like those limited time offers that make you whip out your wallet before you've even had time to think.
The source specifically mentions Apple using this tactic. Are they really trying to make me buy another gadget?
Think about it this way. When something is presented as scarce or exclusive, it instantly becomes more desirable.
Right.
It's like those auction scenarios where the limited quantity and competitive bidding make people go a little crazy.
It's like that feeling when you see a one left in stock notification online.
Right.
Suddenly you need it even if you didn't 5 minutes ago.
Exactly.
This is eye-opening.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got first impressions, reciprocity, and scarcity working their magic. What other persuasive tricks does this book have up its sleeve?
Well, we can't forget the influence of authority.
Right.
It's human nature
Oh.
to trust experts and people in positions of power.
It's like that classic 4 out of 5 dentists recommend line. I'm already picturing someone in a white coat.
Exactly. We're more likely to accept information or recommendations from someone we perceive as an authority, whether it's a doctor, a researcher, or even a celebrity endorsing a product.
So far,
Yeah.
we've uncovered how first impressions, reciprocity,
Right.
scarcity, and authority can subtly influence our decisions.
Yeah.
But it feels like we're just scratching the surface here. There's got to be more to this persuasion puzzle.
You're right.
Yeah.
There's a whole other layer we haven't even touched on yet, emotions.
Emotions.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean those decisions I thought were based on logic and reason
Mm-hmm.
might actually be driven by my feelings?
You got it.
Yeah.
As much as we'd like to think we're making rational choices,
Right.
our emotions play a huge role in our decision-making process.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Remember when we were talking about those home security commercials?
Yeah.
They always get you with those what if scenarios.
Right.
Playing on your fear of something bad happening.
Exactly. Fear is a powerful motivator,
Right.
but it's not the only one.
Oh.
Advertisers and marketers use a whole range of emotions,
Okay.
happiness, sadness,
Hmm.
even anger,
Uh-huh.
to make their messages stick.
So it's not just about the facts.
Right.
It's about how those facts make you feel.
Exactly.
That's kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
And a little bit sneaky.
Yeah. It's a delicate dance for sure.
Yeah.
And it's why understanding these tactics is so important.
Okay.
It allows you to recognize when someone might be appealing to your emotions rather than your logic.
It's like having a superpower.
Right.
The ability to see through those persuasive tactics
Hmm.
and make decisions based on what truly matters to you.
Now, speaking of important tactics,
Yeah.
this next one might surprise you.
Okay.
The source actually emphasizes the significance of active listening as a key persuasion tool.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I would have thought persuasion was all about being a smooth talker,
Right.
not necessarily a good listener.
It seems counterintuitive, but think about it.
Right.
When someone genuinely listens to us,
Mm-hmm.
understands our perspective, and acknowledges our needs,
Yeah.
don't we feel more heard and understood?
Absolutely. It's like when you go to a store
Yeah.
and the salesperson actually listens to what you're looking for.
Right.
Instead of just trying to upsell you on everything,
Mm-hmm.
you're much more likely to trust their recommendations
Right.
and make a purchase.
Precisely. Active listening builds rapport and trust,
Yeah.
which are essential for persuasion.
Okay.
It shows you're genuinely invested in the other person's perspective,
Right.
not just trying to push your own agenda.
So it's not just about broadcasting your message,
Yeah.
but also being receptive to the other person's thoughts and feelings.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a two-way communication channel.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It's about creating a connection and finding common ground,
Right.
which makes the other person much more receptive to your message.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on to the next persuasion principle, I have to ask.
Sure.
This whole deep dive has me thinking,
Mm-hmm.
how many times have I unknowingly fallen for these tactics?
Probably more than you realize. But that's the thing about persuasion.
What's that?
It often works on a subconscious level.
Okay, so let's talk about bringing it into the conscious realm.
Okay.
What's the next principle we should unpack?
Let's talk about the power of consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah.
How does that play into persuasion?
Well, we, as humans,
Uh-huh.
like to be seen as consistent in our actions and beliefs.
Okay.
It's about maintaining a sense of self-integrity.
Right.
So when we commit to something small,
Yeah.
even if it seems insignificant,
Okay.
we're more likely to agree to bigger requests later on.
We are.
You're catching on quickly.
Okay.
The source gives the example of email lists.
Okay.